Nam yo ho ning ge ko 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 nam yo ho ning ge.
Hi, I'm Margaret. For those of you who are new to my blog, this is where we apply Buddhist philosophy and practice to issues that come up while people are awakening the Buddha within. So the title this time is, I Want Revenge. What should I do? A question came up this week. How do I handle thoughts of vengeance? I've always borne a grudge in my pre-Buddhist days as a badge of honor. I cannot chant for the happiness of those who exhibit dishonesty, cunning, and deceit, and sheer nastiness to my family. I can chant for honesty and justice regarding these issues, but I feel that I slip back into negative thoughts very easily. This is an excellent question. We all deal with this kind of negativity from time to time. And this person's come a long way, but there's further to go. This is where applying the concepts from our Buddhist philosophy comes into play to help us do our human revolution. There are a group of concepts, when closely examined in relationship to one another, indicate a clear path to answering this question. The first is oneness of self and environment. Former SGI USA Vice General Director Bill Aiken wrote a marvelous article in the World Tribune, November 21st, 2003. And I'm going to read this article, because, at least a quote from it, because it is really excellent. The principle of the oneness or non-duality of life and its environment means that our subjective self and our objective surroundings may seem to be two independent realities, but they're actually two integral dimensions of a single reality. They each arise in relationship with the other. As Nichiren Daishonin points out, environment is like the shadow, and life the body. Without the body, no shadow can exist, and without life, no environment. In the same way, life is shaped by its environment. And then Bill goes on to say, rather than there being one static environment that we living beings are all born into, every environment is uniquely customized, tailored to suit each of us according to the state of our inner lives. They are the causes and conditions into which we were born and reflect the effect of our past causes. It begins with the parents to whom we were born and extends through time and space to include all the circumstances in our lives. So, in a sense, we're all going around with our personal universe, one that extends from the inner depths of our hearts outward to all the phenomena of our surroundings. Now, when we're dealing with relationship issues, don't we usually feel we're right? It's not our fault, it's the other person's fault, and blame them for the situation? Well, after reading this, it's hard, but we have to accept the fact that everything that comes into our environment comes from the inside out. We are, in fact, 100% responsible. Satori Izumi, a Japanese leader well known for his effective guidance, points out in his book, Guidelines of Faith, two things together create a life circumstance, an internal cause and an external cause. Let's say you have a glass of water with sediment in it and a spoon. It takes both to create the effect of cloudy water. If there was no spoon, the sediment would just lie on the bottom. If there was no sediment, stirring the water with a spoon wouldn't cause any cloudiness at all. Now, let's look at this difficult relationship with these people. You're probably asking, why do I have to deal with people like this? They are the external cause. The internal cause is that you have the karma to have such a difficult relationship. Well, you might say, I didn't do anything to cause this. Perhaps not in this lifetime, but remember, the law of cause and effect covers the eternity of life, and our karma comes with us from one lifetime into another. What makes up our karma is our thoughts, words, and actions, which set a seed deep into our lives, which will manifest later when the time is right. At some point in another lifetime, you created a cause for this effect today. So how do we resolve the problem? We work on our human revolution. We can't just work on the effect, the behavior of the other person. You must work on the internal cause in yourself. What we do know from the point of view of Buddhism is that we must change ourselves for the outer situation to change. It's important to recognize that your bad karma is the cause of your unhappiness and pray sincerely to change it. So try this. Sit in front of the Kohanzen and set a determination to change any karma that may have contributed to this problem. In the Goshu Zenshu, Nichiren states, quote, "Even a small offense can destine one to the evil paths if one does not repent of it, but even a great slander can be eradicated if one repents of it." Then chant to know what you need to chant, to change, to have the insight to know what that is. Take action and behave differently. Once you've changed that bad karma, then the negative behavior of those people will resolve of itself. Now, we don't know what that might be. It may be anything from an apology to just behaving differently, but you'll know after chanting about it. Taking full responsibility is hard. I think what makes this possible is knowing that through karma, every thought, word, and deed is setting a seed cause in the core of those people's lives, which will appear when the circumstances are right in the future. As Daisaku Ikeda says, benefit and loss are not imparted by someone else. When we act in accordance with the law, value is produced. When we go against the law, we receive retribution. This is from Faith into Action. This means that by their continuing behavior, these people are creating negative karma, which will create suffering in their future. So ask yourself, knowing these laws, do I want to continue creating negative karma for myself? Do I want to be connected with these people in another lifetime? Because that could happen if you can't let go of the situation and let the law of karma work on your behalf, knowing that they will have to face the results of their behavior and won't get away with anything. There's another concept aligned with this. We know that every person has the Buddha nature. This means that even these people have it. Could you possibly chant for their happiness knowing that right now they're so immersed in fundamental darkness, living in the lower six worlds, which creates suffering for themselves and can't even see the way out? Since for now their behavior will continue until you achieve your goal, continue to chant for protection for yourself and your family. I'm sure this response seems to ask a lot, but if we put these concepts into practice with any problem, we'll see the negative situations in our lives disappear. Taking this kind of responsibility gives us the great power to be able to take control of our lives and create them as we want them. To do this is difficult, but whoever said that human revolution was easy? In summary, this week we discussed how to handle a difficult relationship. We talked about the laws of cause and effect, oneness of self and environment, and that every person has the Buddha nature. We also discussed how karma is created and carries from one lifetime to another. And finally, we covered how to chant to do our human revolution. If you like this blog, please share it, give it a thumbs up, and sign up to be notified of future vlogs. There are some other blogs or vlogs you might like. The first, know the warning signs you're battling fundamental darkness. The second is resistance to personal change stopping you from achieving your goals. The third, 6 steps to making personal changes when chanting for a goal. As always, I want to hear from you. I love hearing your comments and your ideas, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.